Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us for the first ever I Survived Real Estate 2008. Hopefully, we won't have to have one next year. Tonight, you are joined by 400 people in the audience. Colleagues, family, friends, economists, auctioneers, REO agents, escrow, title, investors, you name it. Tonight's audience has got to be the most eclectic audience that has ever been assembled, and I'd like to thank each and every one of you for coming tonight. The past 8 weeks on the radio show, we've really done the how we got here portion of the show. Each of the panelists were there for 25 minutes talking about that subject, because tonight we wanted to be more about solutions. I'm sure we're going to hear some bad news, but that's not what we'd like to really get into tonight. It's about solutions and how we move forward and how each of the respective industries are changing in the next couple of years. My name is Norris, by the way. I am marketing director of the Norris Group. And thank you. Just so you know, this is being broadcast live. This is our own little mini version of a telethon, thanks to Proxy Bid. I'll go over that in a little bit in a second. So we are on schedule tonight. We started right at 7 because we have an auction to conduct at 8:45. But a little bit how we got here. Back in April, we had the pleasure of interviewing Tommy Williams on the radio show. An outstanding man, very passionate about what he loves, and he brought up a really good solution to our industry and some of the problems we're facing. A couple weeks later, I was talking to a best friend who was thinking about doing an art fundraiser. And I sat down with the TNG team, and we brainstormed. We're like, how hard would it be to do a fundraiser? We've got 3 months. That's easy, right? Okay, we know better now, but we're here. Next, we had to find a place. The Nixon Library happened to have August 23rd open. And then we had to find a cause, which is actually quite selfish. In mid-June, many of you heard the interview, a very candid interview with my mother and my father, Bruce and Marcia Norris, about her 13-year battle with cancer. And it was quite touching, and I am so proud to be part of a very courageous and loving family. And I'd just like to say thank you for everybody who called and the stories that you shared. You really touched me, and it makes tonight even more sweet. So thank you. Thank you. So the cause tonight, of course, is the Orange County affiliate of the Susan G. Komen for the Cure. A mouthful, but you'll definitely recognize the pink ribbon. And right now I wanted to call up Stuart McHugh. He is the Director of Corporate Relations at Komen to talk a little bit more about that. This is all yours.
Okay. Good evening. I'm Stuart McHugh from Susan G. Komen for the Cure. Aaron, thank you very, very much. Let's just give one more round of applause for Aaron. This is remarkable. Not only is tonight remarkable, but I'm at my first state dinner at the White House. I didn't think I'd ever see this day, and look at the podium. You can take pictures. There's Tammy from the Komen office. I'm so impressed with myself. I can't believe I'm here. Senator McCain, Senator Obama. Hillary Clinton is so distraught she didn't want to come tonight. She's in hiding. I've learned a lot. I'm going to share a little bit with you tonight about what we do at Susan G. Komen for the Cure. I have to be honest with you. I'm still understanding what you all do. I thought that I would talk about commissions and no commissions, but lots of cures and it's a struggle to understand it, but I'm very impressed. I just think of real estate and I think of my local RE/MAX agent and my sort of experience. I've bought low and sold high, and I think I'm marvelous. But this is a great group. Susan G. Komen for the Cure. Susan G. Komen died from breast cancer when she was 32, and she and Nancy Brinker, our founder, were best friends. They had a wonderfully strong relationship, and when she was dying from breast cancer, she asked her sister to do everything that she could to end the disease forever, so that women after Susan G. Komen wouldn't have to go through what she did. So Nancy Brinker made her a promise. She said, I will do something. I don't know what it is, but I'll do something. So Susan Komen passed away, and Nancy Brinker thought, I'm going to start a foundation in your name. And Norman Brinker, her husband, who was doing quite well in Dallas at the time and still does, she went to him and said, I'm going to start a foundation in Susie's name. And her husband said, that's terrific. Just don't ask any of my business partners for money. And so that's exactly what she did. She went into his office, into his Rolodex, and called. The first call that she made was to the president of American Airlines. I was in Dallas last week, where American Airlines and Komen announced a really special 20-plus year, the anniversary of our 20-year relationship together, a $7.5 million promise grant over the next 5 years to study the effects of inflammatory breast cancer. So that was a little steal of the card. So we're grateful to Nancy Brinker when Norman wasn't looking, going into his Rolodex and taking that card. It was pretty impressive. Look for the Komen ribbon on 8 of the American Airlines planes as well. Susan G. Komen in Orange County is an incredible organization. We're so lucky to live in this part of the world. We live in a very diverse county, as you all know, and our business reflects the diversity of the women and their families that we serve. Last year, thanks to people like you, we awarded just under $1.3 million in community grants to 21 different agencies representing the broad spectrum of the people that we serve. And we also paid out almost $450,000 for treatment and diagnosis. These are women who are under or uninsured and are under the age of 40. And they turn to Komen as a last resort because they can't afford the care. They come to us when they can't afford the $100 that they need to spend for a mammogram. So, ladies and gentlemen, what you're doing here tonight, and we sure hope we'll see a lot of you at our Race for the Cure on September the 28th in Newport Beach. What you're doing here tonight is allowing people to have mammograms, to seek diagnostic treatment, to see their doctor, to be aware in languages that, and in many different kinds of languages in Orange County. You're doing that here tonight. I love the name of all of this, the I Survived Real Estate. I truly do. You're here tonight, I Survived Real Estate. I would love for you to all be there at Race for the Cure when you'll watch 2,000 breast cancer survivors stand up on stage and say, we survived breast cancer. And so I Survived Real Estate, these ladies, your mom, is living testament to somebody who has survived breast cancer, and that's what this is all about. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your interest, for your support here tonight. Aaron, this is a great group you've got here, and a good turnout, and we're just thrilled. And thank you all very, very much.
Thank you so much.